Before a breakthrough was achieved, the discussion on fossil fuel usage was at a standstill during the COP28 summit in Dubai. The COP28 meeting initially was aiming to restrict the temperature rise within 1.5 degrees Celsius from pre-industrial times. So, an agreement from the participating members on a time-bound phasing out of fossil fuel usage was essential for this purpose. However, the oil-producing nations strongly objected to any mention of a fossil fuel phase-out. The first draft agreement at the summit called for a phase-out of fossil fuels, which was rejected by oil-producing countries like Saudi Arabia. The next draft edited the phasing out and asked the countries to reduce the production and consumption of fossil fuels. But the language was considered weak and rejected by the European Union and a few small island countries. In the latest draft, the recommendation is to rapidly phase down unabated coal and a transition away from fossil fuels in energy systems. The term phase out refers to a deliberate and complete cessation of the use of fossil fuels. It implies a comprehensive and systematic elimination of dependency on coal, oil, and natural gas. While a phase out refers to a radical reduction in fossil fuel burning down to zero or as close to zero as possible by a certain date, a phase down is a weaker term that indicates a decline in fossil fuel burning without specifying by how much or when. The difference between the two terms is that a phase out means complete cessation while a phase down means a structured reduction in the use of fossil fuels. Countries and organizations committing to a fossil fuel phase out will have to set specific targets and timelines to completely eliminate the use of these energy sources. This will involve transitioning to renewable and sustainable alternatives such as solar, wind, hydro, and geothermal energy. Hence, the objections from the oil-producing nations that rely on the money brought in by oil and natural gas. While in phasing down, instead of an abrupt halt, a phase-down approach involves setting specific targets to incrementally reduce the share of fossil fuels in the overall energy mix. This strategy acknowledges the challenges associated with an immediate transition and allows for a more gradual shift towards cleaner alternatives. But there are no specific timelines or targets. Both phase-out and phase-down strategies play critical roles in achieving international climate goals outlined in the Paris Agreement. But with countries lagging behind on the climate goal targets and climate change incrementally affecting each nation every year, the choice stands clear.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
She has ambitions of becoming a brand. Business Standard.